we should order the shots correctly. So we should have like the riot church paint overs first.
Mm-hmm.
Have all the little sort of details afterwards.
Okay. You do that.
Ordering a slideshow you're talking about?
I like their Photoshop.
Oh,
Well,
We have so hey.
we do that.
like Photoshop.
I made it.
Needed.
Okay, we're almost there. We're almost to Starfarer. You better get ready.
Hey, queue up those images. I'll tell you when to go.
Oh, someone's in space.
I'll stand by for the publish.
I can switch over to you.
This is where my Idris is gonna go.
For every $10,
Yeah, I like you got a. That's a pretty impressive like Starfield background in the background there.
$700 to push up.
He's falling backwards through space, though. He's like, ah.
So, are you been up the whole time, or
I have.
rock and roll?
Welcome to the party.
Yeah, you're 1 hour ahead of Austin, so they can't even complain.
It is 6:16 in the morning here, but we are hanging out and standing by, having fun.
Awesome. Well, I think we're like very close to showing the Starfarer. I mean, like within.
600.
No, so it's going to get pushed over.
Oh, it's the same.
Somebody buy 5 Connies real quick. Come on.
Right. Yeah, stand by. Let me get right on that.
Oh, we are creeping closer on star citizens now. I don't know why that number's become so important.
I don't know why.
It's 199,742.
So, you know, if people aren't buying constellations.
So,
they should be.
okay, so question for you is so far in all the stuff that we've shown and revealed, what do you like the best? What's kind of
Why am I answering questions? Well, all right, no, fair enough.
Yeah, I've been answering questions all day. So.
No, that's fine. I see how it is. Now, pretty much people reacted really well to the Idris. I think there were over 10 that were purchased here. Just the pictures and the opportunities to re-engage with that pledge was incredibly exciting to a great many people. So that was a lot of fun. And the commercials and the videos, the inside peek into actually how all of this is coming together is the kind of content we really dig.
Cool, awesome. Yeah, no, the making of stuff was really good, so we kind of want to do more of that. We actually have a few that we've shot that we still have some work to do on some of the actual effect of it, so we'll have some more coming around. But we want to do more of that making of stuff, which I think is really kind of fun. But yeah, and also the Idris, I mean, I was shocked. I guess we sold out the first batch in like 9 minutes.
It was very fast. It was me turning to Trouble and saying, hey, are we gonna? And then they were gone. So it was pretty quick.
Yeah, no, we were at dinner, and I was like looking at the thing, and I checked it was like 200,000 or something, like 11.2, and I'm like, okay, great. And then I like refreshed, and I'm like, it says 11.348. What happened? There must be a bug. I'm like, what happened? And then it was the Corvette, but the Corvette was meant to come out an hour later, but as usual, Austin got a little enthusiastic and pulled the trigger early.
We're having fun. We're having fun tonight.
11,500.
Right, so let's show the Starfarer.
Roll those images.
Roll that.
You do it on your side. So we're gonna roll. I guess we'll roll this Twitch. And run the post, right? So this is the Starfarer.
I'm going to be...
Yeah.
Sweet Jesus. I'm in trouble.
Gee, I wonder what inspired that design.
I have no idea. I'm in trouble.
Gee, I don't know if we're gonna see
That's a big shit. I got it.
Okay, put us back on speaker because you want to talk it over the thing.
Yeah.
Okay, we on? So, yeah, and then let's just roll this a few times round so people can sort of see the different shots.
Roll this a couple of times.
Yeah, it's in there. So we should. I can't remember what's in the stats, Dave. It's pretty big. It's like.
Yeah, we don't have a length, but
ginormous.
No, it's big.
pretty big.
It's like basically a jumbo.
Yeah.
Yeah, for 2 people, that's good.
It is
I just wanna
Well,
just
it's
mass.
throw
It's
this thing.
125,000 kilograms.
Behind and below.
I think there should be a length on. There's a length in the, if you go to the ship thing at the top, they have all the lengths on.
Okay.
There's another section.
All right,
Looks
guys,
like there might
take
be
it
a
easy.
hard point on the bottom.
All right, drive safe, man. Thanks for coming.
Have a good night.
Drive it
sir.
up.
I remember.
Yeah, it
it's-
is 90 meters.
Remember hard.
That's what it's
Has there-
listed here?
Just out of curiosity, has there been
What
a
was the
change
Corvette?
for hard
138,
points?
right?
143.
So hey, Ben, the Corvette's 143. For some reason on our website, we're saying it's 85.
Okay, I can correct that.
Just go back to the the ship dock that has that in. I mean, we should actually measure it properly in max what it is to the scale, but I think it's meant to be it's about 140 something per ride.
Right.
I don't know why it's only 85. It's a huge ship. It's much bigger than the Constellation. And this is the second biggest ship in the game currently. So
One more time around.
Yep.
Random access memories, by the way, is freaking awesome. If you haven't listened to
Yeah, totally.
Bastard.
It's like the same styles like the freelancer.
yeah, it was got the but you can see the common stuff. That's the shot I like the best.
That's cool. That's a very excellent shot. Is oh, I see. I can see why the thing is like that. Looked like it was somewhat asymmetrical there for a second.
That's a favorite one right
So
there.
it can certainly haul a decent amount of
Really see this, yeah.
of cargo, and you can change out for tanks or actual solids.
So would the bulk cargo pods still represent a 75 cargo?
Yeah. I mean, basically, think of it like a sort of it holds containers essentially. So,
Okay.
so they can be things that would be filled with liquids or things that would be filled with more solid kind of stuff.
Like large trade goods, those
Yeah.
orders.
Yeah.
Are available again for a limited time at the new RSI store.
Yep, stand by. Buying one right now.
Each one of those containers is an 18-wheeler.
Yeah, basically.
Then do you need another Red Bull?
Well, you haven't one yet. I could definitely use one. Okay.
A little warm, but I got you.
All right, Chris, I got 6 questions. Are you tired of answering them, or can I go
Let's
6
do
questions?
it. Give us the 6 questions.
All right, I'll keep it to 6. We had a question from someone in BWC about outfit-owned factories, and I know you've touched on that throughout the evening. And when we came and invaded you guys.
So that is that. Yes, absolutely, that's possible. We're going to be supporting that.
Okay. Question 2: for people that did pick up the Idris P this evening, how close can they upgrade that to the mil-spec version?
So you will be able to upgrade it. You'll even be able to probably retrofit a spinal mount, although that will probably take a bit of time to get done.
Okay.
But essentially the P version is probably a little bit. I mean, like if you want to be running like cargo and doing stuff and combined ops, I think it's probably a bit better than mil-spec. The mil-spec's more about ship-to-ship combat. So if you're like
Okay.
going in trying to take out like another capital ship or whatever, that's what that's better for. But the P version's probably better for sort of like you as a group running around trying to make your fortune in the universe.
Roger that. Question 3 was, for those of us who are perhaps more PvP minded than others, will it be possible to lock down a system? And what's the frequency with which that could occur if the answer is yes?
Well, that's kind of a debate that we have. I certainly think you'll be able to lock down maybe sort of an area. I'm not sure if you'd necessarily been able to lock down a system, but I'm not 100% opposed to it. Won't be like any of the sort of more regulated systems, but maybe there's a more one off the beaten path. But we haven't, like when you come out of a jump point, it doesn't always spit you out exactly the same point.
Okay.
So it's not quite the same as sort of coming out of a jump tunnel or something.
Alrighty. Question 4, with ship construction happening, is there going to be a visible indicator of the progress of that? Is it going to be time lapse? Are you going to have a meter? What's the...
You mean like in the actual game?
Yes, in the actual game itself.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think we were just thinking that like we'd have these economic nodes and they would build, say, ships or weapons or whatever in a certain amount of time as long as they got the raw materials.
Okay.
And then once the time's up, then the ship would actually sort of, basically be available for sale.
An interstellar easy bake oven is what you're going for here.
Yeah, I mean, trust me, I'd love to be able to go down on the planet and you see a ship under construction and it's slowly getting bigger and better.
Right.
It definitely could be like a later stage thing once the persistent universe is running and a programming challenge to sort of do something procedural that would like be able to strip down a finish mesh and put like struts and stuff and the rest.
Okay.
Not a out the gate feature.
Roger. All right, almost there. Question 5.
Chair, I'm going to go edit the slide.
On the new site right now, if you were to melt down a package that got you a specific account status, does that impact your status at all, or is it now all account bound?
What do you mean in terms of what, being a concierge or?
I'm going to fall asleep. Yeah, right?
Yeah, I mean, if I purchased something a while ago and it gave me a certain account status, it gave me I'm a veteran, I'm this.
It's based on the level of your account. So I'm not right to be sure 100% about this because that would be how we've implemented it. But I would assume that what happens is if you bought some stuff and then gifted a bunch of stuff after someone else, it's based on the aggregate amount of the pledges that you hold in your account. So if you hit a stage and then gifted a bunch of it away, you may drop under it. But I could be wrong, so don't quote me on that because that's not my implementation.
Oh, too late. You're so quoted. It's ridiculous. No, kidding.
It's ridiculous.
All right. So the last question I have, we have people who maybe aren't as PvP minded, and they were wondering if there were going to be perhaps support ships or ships that could take on support roles, repairing, healing, buffing, almost like the healer buffer role in other types of game genres.
Well,
Any plans at all for that?
Well, we were already just showing a ship that you could be running as a logistics backup ship where you're bringing like fuel for basically whatever. You've got a group going and they want to hang out and they want to operate without go back to the base planet and they need to have refueling. You're not close to a gas giant. That's why you would potentially have a Starfarer as part of the group that you were doing. So yeah, we definitely want to have functionality for people to do other roles. Not just combat, logistics, support, things like, whatever it would be, search and rescue, I guess.
Right. So you're looking at it as more of a supply chain than an active role as far as the support goes? Like not a frontline role?
I think it's sort of, logistical supply chain that would make sense, right? So, which I think is kind of like how it works in real life, but that's sort of the idea of it.
That sounds great.
Different roles, basically.
Those were all the questions I had.
All right.
How's everyone doing since we saw you last? It's been so long since May, since we invaded your space. How's everything going?
No, it's been going great. I mean, since we last saw you, I think we hit 10. Now we're at
absolutely
11 and a half, which is pretty insane. And we actually got a bunch of, the thing that's kind of doing something like this is it's a lot of work to put it together, but actually it forces you to finish up a bunch of the assets, and it's all stuff that we need for the game. So it sort of got the group to pull together and focus on delivering and stuff. So we're all kind of tired, but I think we're kind of happy with a lot of the stuff we've showed and what people think of it, which I think is pretty cool.
Absolutely. Everyone here is incredibly excited. And I guess I did have one more question. Dave and Travis have noticed how hard I've been trolling them in chat on Twitch all night long. Yes. Because it's been pretty ridiculous. So I should make sure you guys know.
I actually didn't see the email until I was looking at it, and the email was at 12:30. I'm like, oh, it's 2:30. Sorry. I didn't look at my phone.
I was quoting 2001 Neil Stephenson shit at him. It was ridiculous.
We knew you had the fancy star background. You'd have been up way earlier.
I know, this is crazy. Well, we're getting ready to run some in-house tournaments here at BWC and to do a whole bunch of stuff that we're going to be broadcasting as well. So we're trying to prep for all of that. Actually, Eric and how he's handled Wingman's Hangar has been a real inspiration to us, how we're going to try to format in the quality of our own broadcast as well. So thank you for that as well.
No. Awesome. Well, it's pretty brilliant. I'm like,
all right.
Hey, that's at the Keurig machine, right?
What's that? Yeah, they put another Keurig, every of those cups
that
you're giving me tea in that says Chris Roberts
yep.
at BWC.
Yeah, he's been drinking out of that all night.
Yeah.
Well,
Keurig machine.
yay.
Today. So thank you.
We have added value then. That's awesome.
That's
All right. It's 6:30. I am going to go fall right the hell over, and I will see you guys in a couple hours for the end of this.
All right.
All right. Thanks a lot, guys. Really appreciate your time.
I know. Well, thank you.
Catch you soon.
Absolutely.